So, damit ist das jetzt hoffentlich auch wieder geklärt. Keine Ahnung, warum das am Anfang immer nie richtig will. Hallo, schönen Sonntag. Moment, wo ist der Gaming Screen? Da ist der Gaming Screen. Und hoffen wir einfach mal, dass das Internet soweit jetzt funktioniert. Ich mache nochmal einen Test, ob hier das auch geht. Moment, Channel Points und da ist es. Ja, das geht jetzt. Sehr schön, sehr schön. Okay, dann machen wir mal noch ein bisschen The Council. Ich hoffe mal, das Internet ist jetzt stabil genug dafür. So, machen wir noch hier den Ton an. Und oh, diese Augen. Und dann wollen wir einfach mal. Freitag, das war ja nichts. Es war ja tatsächlich so nach 5 Minuten oder so, weil, wollte nicht. Deswegen, also wirklich viel gefunden hatten wir hier nicht, aber jetzt geht es hoffentlich etwas weiter. So, ich bin eigentlich schon dabei, hier alles zu erforschen und alles zu suchen.
Decorum Guide.
Gegenstände mit, die Regeln der Höflichkeit und des anständigen Benehmens. Ach, das hier. Okay. So, ich gehe davon aus, hier komme ich auch nicht runter. Das ist richtig. Das ist ein sehr großes Haus. Erdsternchen, okay. Ich gehe jetzt mal auch davon aus, dass ich hier nicht hochgehen kann. Hoffe ich. Nein, gut. Sehr gut. Oh, das ist aber ein bisschen unordentlich dafür, dass es ein feiner Herr ist. Da darf ich nicht rein, okay.
Monsieur Johann van Wulner.
Das ist eine schöne Tasse. Ich gehe jetzt mal davon aus, dass ich hier einfach im Kreis gehe. Und hoffentlich übersehe ich hier nichts, weil ich habe das Gefühl, manchmal übersehe ich diese kleinen blauen Punkte.
A Chinese coin.
Sammelmünzen. Ich habe schon mal eine Münze gefunden. Okay. Ich weiß aber nicht, wozu die sind. Oder sind die für... Keine Ahnung. Also ich nehme an, das sind einfach nur Collectibles. Collectibles ohne jetzt größeren Sinn. Außer, dass man sie hat. Schick. Und hallo Tassido, ich sehe dich. Du sitzt bestimmt wieder im Büro.
President George Washington.
Georgie, lass mich rein bei dir. Ich will bei solchen Spielen immer ungern rennen, weil ich das Gefühl habe, man verpasst dann zu schnell irgendwas. Außerdem ist die Atmosphäre so schön. Es wäre unhöflich zu rennen in diesem Haus.
great. Honey.
Nicht Honig. Gelee Royal.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Ah, wie viele Münzen sind hier versteckt? Wie viele habe ich jetzt schon übersehen?
That's me.
Okay, das ist mein Zimmer. Das ist vermutlich die Herzogin.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Okay, es ist zumindest Herzog.
A cache.
Okay, jetzt sind wir hier vorne wieder.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Das war die Tür hier, glaube ich, ne? Ja. No, nobel.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Brief öffnen, ohne das Siegel dabei zu brechen. Ah, jetzt bin ich neugierig. Andererseits will ich Vertrauen nicht brechen. Nee, nein, Brief nicht öffnen.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Was Karmelitengeist? Mit Karmelitengeist versetzt du dich in den Zustand fokussiert. Der nächste Fertigkeiteneinsatz kostet dich nichts. Du kannst nicht mehr als 5 bei dir tragen. Der ist im Bücherregal gewesen. Okay. Warum auch immer.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. The conversion of St. Paul, by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Oder die Kopie hängt in Rom. Ach so, jetzt ist das hier zu dunkel geworden. So. Ich denke mal, so geht's.
St. Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes.
Alter, wie groß ist dieses Zimmer?
Golden elixir.
Jesus! Alter! Der leistet sich was. Eine schöne Aussicht. Oh, ich will diese Aussicht. Hallo? So, meine Tür. Was haben wir hier?
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Nice. Ich nehme an, das ist mein Schlafzimmer. Alter, dieser Balkon ist größer als meine Wohnung.
This is Cersei.
Nein, du sollst doch nicht. Fee, du gehst jetzt ins Bett. Du solltest doch nicht ins Bett gehen, du Sau. Ich hätte eine unerwartete Begegnung haben können. Okay. Ach, verstehe, okay. Ich habe 3 Konzentrationspunkte. Warte mal, was wollte ich? Welche Talente wollte ich? Meister-Okkultist, oder? Manipulation muss noch 1. Okkultismus, Heimlichkeit, Manipulation. Würde ich mal sagen, Heimlichkeit. Machen wir mal das. Und Skripte auszuwählen, 0. Heißt es, ich habe schon 1 ausgewählt oder kommt das erst? Achso, damit komme ich dann hier hin. Okay. Und jetzt kann ich mal... Ach, verstehe, okay. Hier kannst du festlegen, was du während des Abenteuers liest. Jedes Manuskript, das du liest, bringt dir am Ende des Kapitels Fertigkeitenpunkte. Ach so, okay. Das heißt an sich... Okkultismus wäre ganz gut, weil das brauche ich ja auf Stufe 3. Ne, auf Stufe 2. Aber wenn ich da ja schon einen Punkt extra kriege, dann... okay, jetzt verstehe ich. Oh, das ist ein schickes Schlüsselbein.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durishay can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durishé's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear.
I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please
Oh.
forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Hallo?
Hey, our games always seem to end like
Das ist aber
this.
schon
Always
teuer.
start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
So, Bonaparte. Ja gut, ist noch unbekannt. Schwächen sind noch unbekannt.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Das muss ich schon mal merken. Was war's? Pfefferminze, Lindenblüte, Baldrian. Moment, bevor ich jetzt irgendwas verpasse. Pfefferminze, Lindenblüten, Baldrian. So, schauen wir mal. Okay.
I'm coming.
Oh, du hast dich aber schnell angezogen.
Inspiration of Saint Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voices.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer. Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Ach so. Okay.
Honey, the remedy of the gods. The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance. The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Ja. Das sind tatsächlich interessante Gemälde.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely
Ach Gott, das
lectures
hab ich immer noch vor mir
Mortimer is
zu
giving his
lesen.
guests. Very jolly.
Ja, es wird jetzt gerade hier ungeduldig. Ja, nervt nicht.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
Nein.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
Okay, das Hotel. Ich wollte mir einen Tee eingießen. Du kannst dir nicht einfach so ein Quicktime-Event geben.
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Ich glaube schon.
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Nee, ich helfe trotzdem mal. Ich meine, der gehört übrigens zum Goldenen Orden. Ich hoffe mal, dass es uns was bringt.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
Trust me, ich werde es versauen.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
So. Belauschen wir da etwa was?
A Bazant.
So, dann wechseln auch die Sachen. Ist noch irgendwas hier im Feuer, was ich aufsammeln kann? Keine Ahnung, einmal reingreifen und dann... So, ich hoffe, alles andere habe ich hier eingesammelt.
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe a Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Warum soll ich was machen? Ach, ich wollte eh zu ihr rein.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you. Who do you think you are?
Ach Gott, es gibt mehr als nur einen Weg, um dein Ziel zu erreichen. Dementsprechend kann es sinnvoll sein, nicht sofort den ersten Weg zu nehmen, der sich dir zeigt, sondern weiter zu suchen. Ja, das stimmt schon.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey you, stay out of it. This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it. What should I do?
Okay, nee, ich reiß
Let her
zu.
go. Huh? Stay out of it, boy.
Oh, Gentleman. Was bringt mir das? Du erhältst einen Punkt in Überzeugung. Okay.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy. If
Oh,
you think
no.
you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
You're not back in your slum now. You're in Lord Mortimer's home. I suggest you think carefully about what you're going to do.
Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots. Cat got your tongue? I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move. We're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Wow. Oh nein. Jemand hat dich aus der Fassung gebracht. Der Einsatz von Fertigkeiten kostet dich mehr Konzentrationspunkte als normal. Nimm Goldelixier. Das war, glaube ich, mit der 1, oder? Halt. Nee. Goldelixier ist die 2.
Think about it. You know your head will roll tomorrow if you shoot.
Wanna bet?
Sure do.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon. You got off easy this time, but don't try it again.
Es tut mir leid, Washington.
The brooch Elizabeth was wearing. Huh. She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it. Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good.
Verlass den kleinen Salon und krieg Ärger mit George Washington. So, ist hier was versteckt? Nein.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Ah, sehr gut. Okay, da komme ich wahrscheinlich auch nicht dran. Genau.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest. All right, I've retrieved everything.
Also, wie viele Goldelixiere? 4 Stück. Vermutlich, aber trotzdem. Kann ich Klavier spielen? Oder Cembalo oder was es ist? Okay.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Nee. Okay. Oh, achso, das ist jetzt zum Angucken einfach nur. Ja, Entschuldigung. Als ob der jetzt ein armes Mädchen sich einfach hätte verprügeln lassen.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I am relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do. Well, you did the opposite.
Good. Well, thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's...
Gewissenhaft. Ein Punkt Etikette. Yay. Die Punkte kommen langsam auch so.
Sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louise. Now give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Ich würde schon gerne wissen, was da drin steht, aber ich will ein Versprechen nicht brechen. Nicht so eins.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Es sind doch bestimmt irgendwelche Spanner hinter diesem Bild. Ich hätte etwas über die Vergangenheit meiner Mutter. Ich hätte etwas über die Vergangenheit meiner Mutter herausfinden können. Vermutlich, wenn ich jetzt der Vision hinterhergegangen wäre. Ich hätte mehr über die Männer in meiner Vision herausfinden können. Ich hätte mehr über die Pläne erfahren können, die mit mir zu tun haben. Ich hätte eine bemerkenswerte Begegnung haben können. Okay. Oh, okay. So, und damit müsste ja jetzt... Kultismus muss noch mal so. Wieso? Hä? Da kommt das erst im Nachhinein. Heimlichkeit hat's. Manipulation braucht noch Stufe 3. Ach so, weil... Okay. Ich wollte ein Buch lesen eigentlich. Ah.
All right. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Ah, doch, ich kann auch ein... Gut, ich dachte schon. Also das habe ich gelesen. Nochmal lesen. Gut, nochmal lesen geht auch nicht. Etikette, Wissenschaft, Überzeugung. Ich würde sagen Etikette. Wie sieht's hier aus? Hier braucht nur noch die Manipulation 1 hoch. Suche nach Hinweisen über deine Mutter.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Ach, das sind meine Koffer, okay. Ich dachte, das sind die meiner Mutter.
Writing material. Nothing. Nothing.
Die hatte ich ja schon. Warte mal, welches Bild war das, wo die Kamera drauf geschwenkt ist? Das da.
Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room?
Dear Monsieur de Richet,
Das hatten wir ja schon, da kommt nichts. Hier drin ist auch nichts weiter, ne? Nicht, dass ich jetzt hier irgendwie... Oh, was ist das da unten?
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer, Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
Ich kann jetzt hier aber auch nicht... Nein. Ich sehe jetzt hier auch nicht, wie das Buch aussieht. Wie das Symbol aussieht.
I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
Sehe, dass es nur eine Abnutzung ist.
Markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Ich finde es tatsächlich schön, dass die Hinweise nur so mit diesen ganz kleinen Punkten dargestellt werden, dass man wirklich noch suchen muss. Oh, was ist das?
There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it. There's a note. Effects of Sarah de Richet, to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it. No space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Oh, ein Bernsteinstück. Okay, das ist in Ordnung. Aber ansonsten
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though. A drachma.
Was mich irritiert hat, dass dieses Bild da vorhin so gezeigt wurde.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Und wer steht eine leere Weinflasche da auf meinem Balkon?
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She must have used the writing materials. What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message? The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
Ja. Du solltest ja auch das Buch mitnehmen. So eine Lampe kann ich nicht mitnehmen als Hitzequelle, oder? Sieht nicht so aus. Den Wert der Asche einschätzen, bitte. Was?
Apart from getting the book dirty, I can't see any use for this.
Aber wenn ich jetzt keine Lampe oder Kerze mitnehmen kann... Heißer Kaffee!
Nothing here.
Ach stimmt, da war ja nichts.
I wouldn't mind a nice strong coffee though.
Warte, achso, das ist das. Hatte ich drüben noch einen Kamin gehabt? Da ist eine Kerze.
If a message is written in lemon juice, the flame will reveal it.
Und er hat eine brennende Kerze in seine Jacke gesteckt. Klar! Der Mantel gefällt mir.
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me? You've gone to so much trouble. You must not have only found something important, but you must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Nee. Was Eigenschaft freigeschaltet? Mitglied des Ordens? Was macht das? Du hast die Hinweise deiner Mutter in dem Zimmer gefunden. Ich glaube, das konnte ich gar nicht versauen.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
What? Du willst mich jetzt nicht hier nochmal alle Zimmer durchgehen lassen? Nein. Das geht schon mal nicht. Das geht nicht. Das geht von Mr. Washington.
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. I'll see him later.
Gut.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Das sieht nach einem typischen Jugendzimmer aus.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Spiegelbild? Kein Spiegelbild.
A chest with a half-circle pattern. An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible.
Wissenschaft oder Okkultismus?
Feet and hands are bound. A piece of cloth in the mouth prevents the tongue from being sectioned. It looks like preparation for an exorcism. Is Elizabeth really possessed? The note suggests binding the feet and hands, then blocking the jaws using a piece of cloth to prevent the tongue from being sectioned. That looks like a method to control an epileptic fit. I wonder if Elizabeth is the one being treated for that illness.
Oh. Faszinierend. Ich kann sie befragen, aber nicht unbedingt manipulieren.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. These are magnesium crystals. A fairly effective remedy for easing anxiety.
Da hat was geglitzert.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society. June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last, right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want. August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I am driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you, but they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Okay. Und jetzt, wenn ich rausgehe, renne ich bestimmt in Elizabeth rein. Nein. Okay. Hier noch nicht runter. Hier, das geht nicht. Hoch konnte ich nicht. Ach, hier ist noch ein Zimmer. Auch nicht. Das ist Monsieur Jacques. Okay.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Einfach erstmal rein, egal was es passieren könnte.
Hannibal crossing the Alps. Another military success. Why do I get nothing but visions of horror in my room? And he gets victory after victory? The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur. The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Immunität erkannt, Politik. Ja, okay. Das überrascht mich bei Nordpolen jetzt nicht so sehr.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier. My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
Bin ich hier raus? Nein. Gut.
It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Gegen Überzeugung ist der auch immun. Okay. Gratulation, du hast 4 Bärchenstücke eingesammelt. Deine maximale Konzentration steigt um 1 Punkt.
Amber.
Yay.
French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty. Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, 2 great army chiefs.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
So, welche Richtung muss ich denn jetzt rennen? In die? Ja.
Might be better to take a different stairway.
Ach so, deswegen. Okay, kein Ding. Kann ich mit dir reden?
Might be better to take a different stairway.
Nein, schade. Dann hätte ich das eher gewusst. Wobei, dann hätte ich ja trotzdem hier einmal im Kreis rennen müssen.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
Ach, ich habe keine andere Wahl.
You
Okay.
didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me. You're her son. Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes. Why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Warte mal, dagegen war sie immun.
I want to find out what really happened.
No, you really don't want to know what your mother did when I shed my first blood at puberty.
On the contrary, you can tell me anything. Let me be my own judge.
I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they? Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born,
Oh, endlich habe ich Befragung.
my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Du warst auffällig.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps sir would like to know something else?
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon, where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery, where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Ja.
Except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
What's on the first floor?
The first floor is reserved for guests, Sir. That is where Sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building. 3 stairways will enable Sir to return to the ground floor. It is also from there that Sir will be able to reach the second floor.
Thank you very much.
Anything else, Sir?
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, Sir. In the west wing on the second floor are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holmes, sir, but only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any more questions?
What is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If Sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise Sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help Sir in any other way?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, Sir. What would you require?
Oh, okay. Welchen Buch oder welchen Bernstein?
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend Sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Hang on, but it's mine.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's my book. I'm telling you, it's my book.
With all due respect, sir, I hope Sir will understand that I have doubt. You see, I found it in Lord Mortimer's library.
Huh, there you are then. That's exactly where I left it.
I am quite put out, sir. I don't know what to say.
In that case, I suggest you say nothing and hand it over.
But I...
Now!
But, sir, Very well, sir. Here you are. May Sir take good care of it. It is damaged.
And you've damaged it as well? Well, bravo. Bravo.
No, I didn't do anything.
Aww.
It wasn't me, sir.
Say pardon.
Pardon me, sir.
Very good. There were some other things I wanted to go over with you. My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Das Austricksen und Bestehlen, Manipulation, Belesenheit. Warte mal, hatte der Diener... Habe ich bei dem schon irgendwelche Stärken herausgefunden? Okay.
No point in lying, you know. I know full well you haven't got any.
I would never think of lying, sir. I don't believe I am authorized to give it away, that is all.
Amber? Here? I'd be surprised.
Yet I assure you, sir...
No, you're pulling my leg. I don't believe you.
I wouldn't dare to joke with, sir.
Yeah, sure. You're just leading me on. I dare you to show it to me, if you really have some.
Well, then, sir, here is a piece.
Ah, right. Well, I'm impressed. Can you lend it to me for a minute?
Of course, sir. Here.
Wow, I can hardly believe it. Well, I have other questions.
Of course, sir. But, sir, I believe you haven't given me back the amber, sir.
What? What amber?
The piece I gave to sir.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You really ought to look after your things. It can't be easy to come across amber in these parts.
Ah. Well, does sir desire anything else?
Oh Gott, der tut mir jetzt gerade wirklich leid. Warte mal. Was? Ich kann noch einen Erdsternchen und Karmelitengeist. Könnte ich mir noch.
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
Nee, so eilig habe ich es dann doch nicht.
Ah, I still haven't quite recovered after that boat crossing. Would you happen to have any devil's thorn by any chance?
I am sorry, sir, but the devil's thorn may be just a plant, but it is also a powerful psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against sir taking any.
So, ist hier jemand? Nein. Kann ich rausgehen? Nein.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Achso, das hatte ich ja letztes Mal schon. Okay.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table. I am delighted.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
Of course.
Yes, that's it.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauternes, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favorite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Oh?
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur...
Louis Moras de Richet.
De Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
I am just a simple French citizen.
Really? Oh, you seem nothing like a commoner. Especially compared to that wretch over there sharing our meal. Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Of course.
Emily antworten lassen. Emily antworten lassen.
What do you think, madam? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier is never a good sign. It can only mean there's going to be further war. To answer your question, I only know that his family were in favor of the revolution, and that it almost cost them their lives.
Thank you, that's helpful.
Oh dear. Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Schub's ihn runter! Also nicht mich, schub's Napoleon runter!
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Warte mal, der hatte... Ich weiß, er war gegen Politik, war der immun. Und gegen Überzeugung.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Einführung. Versuchen wir mal das.
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. the right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend. I hear your words, and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Oh, es gab keinen alternativen Weg. Okay. Yeah, man! So, jetzt muss ich mal ganz kurz. So. Okay. Ich habe 8 Punkte verfügbar. Will immer noch, was war's? Manipulation muss um ein Level hoch, also das da. Nein! Mir fehlt 1. Okay. Hast du denn freigeschaltet? Erfahren? Oh! Du hältst einen Punkt in Aufmerksamkeit. Wähle 20 Mal eine Dialogoption aus, bevor der Dialogtimer zu Ende geht. Okay. Was ist das? Okay. Finde 10 Manuskripte, sehr schön. Diese 5 Manuskripte, das haben wir ja bald. Was ist das? Du erhältst 2 Punkte in Befragung, schließt 5 Konfrontationen erfolgreich ab. Okay. So, jetzt würde ich aber tatsächlich gerne einmal kurz hier speichern. Und dann soll es nämlich für heute einfach mal reichen. Und dann hätte ich gesagt, vielen Dank an alle, die dabei waren und alle, die gelurkt haben. Ich hoffe, dass es soweit Spaß gemacht hat. Und mal schauen, ob noch irgendjemand da ist zum Raiden. Bitte. Jetzt ist noch da. Ach komm, wir werden Wolfie raiden. Ja. von daher noch einmal vielen lieben Dank an alle, die zugeschaut haben, alle, die Spaß gehabt haben. Und dann einfach bis zum nächsten Mal. Ich werde das auf YouTube, so wie es jetzt lief, hochladen. Das heißt, mit allen technischen Pannen, die waren. Und dass man das dann immer noch nachschauen kann. Und von daher dann einfach bis zum nächsten Mal. Und bye!